You campaigned on transparency, public engagement, and public input.
You can't have transparency without any information.
It's time for us to decide to disperse the Metro mobility money. Under the old formula, the allocation would be 20% for Precinct 1, 15% for Precinct 2, 32% for Precinct 3, 33% for Precinct 4. Mobility transportation for one group may be different than it is for another group.
I have twice the number of disadvantaged people in unincorporated Harris County than you have.
Yeah, well,
and so if we're going to put as the model taking care of disadvantaged individuals that are within unincorporated Harris County, we need to be very careful when we play with these things.
And when you're in my precinct and you paying taxes and you live in the city,
but you get the usage of the Metro.
I got you.
And yet if you're in unincorporated Harris County, but you're paying the taxes, but you don't get Metro services.
I'm moving that we just divide this money equally between the precincts.
So this is the penny that we get from Metro. We get a portion of that penny, and the way that revenue is split amongst the precincts is what's being discussed.
Is it about $30 million?
And when you take a look at the growing areas of Harris County, that's precincts 3 and 4. We're not going to be able to build the infrastructure necessary to keep this county growing.
Certain areas get over $1 billion bridge over the ship channel. Yeah, but there ought to be, that's when I say equity, that's what I mean. I mean some discussion, not because somebody had 3 votes or enough power to go get it done. And usually, might I add, in the dark of night.
Actually, the comments of my colleague about a discussion in the dark of night is appropriate for what has occurred here. At 3:36 on Commissioners Court Day, we find out that we're going to have a major restructuring of the way that we handle Metro funding. If you live out there in Brook Hollow area, Precinct 4, which is a traditionally disadvantaged community, unincorporated Harris County, you're about to get walloped.
$33 million, and thou protesting so much.
We should be basing these decisions on science.
There's what you're reading is not science.
Public deserves to know.
Remind you again, you voted to change that bigger pot and cut old Rodney down to 14%.
You're going to punish the people in other precincts because you felt like you were treated badly?
Current allocation is not based on science. The proposed allocation is not based on science. Nobody can give anyone a written assessment as to why any number makes sense.
We have to do this today, or can we put it on the agenda for next Commissioners Court, allow the public a chance to read what it is that we're planning on doing since we're making a major change.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
I'll vote in favor with my edits. All opposed?
No. Opposed and objecting. I want the county attorney to do a review, and I'm going to make a request to the Attorney General's office about whether or not this is adequate notice.